The Commonwealth of Virginia stretches for hundreds of miles from east to west, going from the Atlantic Ocean to the Eastern Continental Divide, which is found deep in Appalachia. The Blue Ridge Mountains are a sub-range of the Appalachian Mountains, with the namesake bluish hue coming from a chemical called isoprene, which is released into the atmosphere by way of the dense forests that line the ridgelines throughout the region. The Blue Ridge Mountains are home to 2 different national parks and 8 different national forests, including the George Washington and Jefferson National Forests, which combine for 1.8 million acres, making it one of the largest areas of public land in the eastern United States. The 2 national forests are combined for administrative purposes and are home to a slew of outdoor recreational pursuits, with rivers and streams carving their way through the ancient ridges and deep valleys of southwestern Virginia and making for all manner of adventure opportunities, from hiking to paddling to fishing to climbing, and in my humble opinion, most importantly, mountain biking. My name is Brice Shirbach, and this is Underexposed in Blacksburg, Virginia. Blacksburg is home to roughly 44,000 people, though that number effectively doubles during the school year due to Virginia Tech University calling this community home. The Division I school is particularly relevant to mountain bikers as it's home to the Helmet Lab, which is the world's most robust helmet safety testing and data acquisition facility. Blacksburg is also a part of the area serviced by the New River Land Trust, a nonprofit dedicated to the conservation of open spaces, farmland, forests, and historic spaces throughout the New River Valley of southwestern Virginia. The New River Land Trust is directly responsible for the acquisition of 3 private parcels along Brush Mountain Park in Blacksburg. Brush Mountain Park borders the national forest and is home to over 60 miles of trail. Along with a local trail organization, the Poverty Creek Trail Coalition, as well as the city of Blacksburg itself, the Land Trust has helped Blacksburg develop into one of the state's preeminent destinations for mountain bikers. I was lucky enough to spend some time with one of the New River Land Trust's board members and longtime mountain biker, Rob Davey, to hear from him just how they accomplished this and just how important mountain biking is to this community.
My name is Rob Davey. My professional job, I'm the deputy commander at Radford Army Ammunition Plant, but my role in this is I'm a board member on the New River Land Trust. Yeah, the New River Valley, which is, Blacksburg, Christiansburg, Radford area, is a wonderful place to live. It took me and my wife like 5 years to get back here. We really wanted to raise our kids here. It's a small town feel to it, with tremendous access to the outdoors. So the New River's right here, all kinds of trail hiking, Appalachian Trail. Some of the best points on the Appalachian Trail are between here and Roanoke. So if you want to be outside, biking, hiking, riding horses, running, or getting in the water and paddling, this is a great place to live. And it's not very crowded. Your commute has like 1 or 2 stoplights. It's great. So yeah, we love it out here. So the Land Trust really, its mission is to get out and conserve land. And so what we do is work with landowners to get them to put their properties into a conservation easement, which has some financial advantages for them, but for the community, it helps link highly valuable properties from a conservation standpoint, a climate resilience standpoint, link those properties together to create wildlife corridors and pretty much like continuous and contiguous tracts of land that have high conservation value. There's land trusts all over the country that do different things. But John Eustace, the executive director of Land Trust, kind of recognized a vision that we could do, but we realized that there was a connection between, hey, we can conserve land and then put it into public use to really generate interest, to one, conserve more land for that public use, and then put that land to meet the recreational demand of the area.
While the New River Land Trust is behind so much of the proliferation of purpose-built trails throughout the region, there is also a highly motivated and dedicated volunteer organization called the Poverty Creek Trails Coalition. The nonprofit works with the Land Trust as well as the Forest Service to fill in trail construction gaps and is a primary source of upkeep and maintenance on all of the trails in and around the Brush Mountain and Pandapis Pond trail networks. kind of pick up other parts of the stewardship?
Yeah, it's crucial because, obviously the land trust can't stay involved forever. And, we've got to move to other projects, and we are looking at other projects where we could do similar things as what was done here at Brush Mountain Park. But the kind of crowdsourcing volunteer effort around here is awesome. The Poverty Creek Trails Coalition guys are terrific. They're very highly skilled too. They know what they're doing. They can build their own trails. They know how to do maintenance and put in features that are more easily maintained. So we're very fortunate to have people with that skill set. And then we also have just, guys like me who don't know how to build a trail. And we've got all of our high school kids, we've got the runners, we've got everybody out there that will just come out and you give them a tool and tell them what to do, and they get after it. So having a whole bunch of stakeholders who can come together to do it are great. They can sign up with PCTC, or there might be other trail groups with, NICA might pull together a couple of trail building events for the kids to do, but it all works out in the end.
Much of the pre-existing trails here are of the old school and hand-built variety, with a high barrier of entry and not allowing much in the way of new riders. The New River Land Trust sought to change that by hiring professional trail builders such as Eastern Trail Company, run by Michael Conracke, with the goal to bring a greater variety of trails to the region, which has in turn allowed for more and more locals to find a new appreciation for the outdoor recreational opportunities in and around town.
It's the rides are worth the falls type of mentality. I mean, you get out there and you're having a great time, have a wonderful day on the trail, you hit a jump that you really hit well, and that feeling of success is sort of infectious, and it is for, I think, everybody in any sport. And so when you remember that, it's pretty easy to sit down and go, okay, we got to give that to more people. Let's grind through this stuff and get this done. Sometimes it takes a couple years, but you remember what the payoff is, and the payoff's really high. And so now, even though the effort for Brush Mountain Park has been really long to get to this point, it has picked up a lot of momentum, and the payoff's been huge. So it just keeps you motivated to keep doing it. And when you live in a community like this and you can give something like that back, it's pretty awesome. I love talking to everybody on the trail when I'm out there. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And just getting that validation from them and knowing what the coalition has been able to do is valuable, and it keeps you coming back and makes you grind through the stuff that isn't so great.
There's a really amazing thing happening in real time here in Blacksburg. It's a confluence of positive forces between the New River Land Trust, the volunteers at the PCTC, and the powers that be within the town itself, all coming together to bring a vision of a community connected figuratively and literally by trail. Each group is completely bought in, and because of that are able to bring something unique to the table in order to make this vision a reality. It offers up something of a striking juxtaposition. This new energy brought on by new trails and some of the oldest mountains on the planet. It's truly beautiful, and it's a beauty matched only by the surrounding landscape of the Blue Ridge Mountains themselves.